Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have a cooking segment that consists of shrimp and grits. If you want to know how I achieve this easy recipe, then all you got to do is get your ingredients together, keep on watching, and we're going to start cooking up. Hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing you want to do is always make sure you clean whatever you're about to use. So we're going to be using vegetables and shrimp and things like that. So you're going to make sure you clean those very well. And do not judge me because I ain't got no cutting board, but it's all good. I'm going to use this plate and that's what we're going to do. So next we're going to get us some green onions. And we're going to cut off the back part where the white is because we don't need those. After you do that, you're going to take the green onions and you're going to finely chop them. Or you can chop them, whatever size you prefer. Next, you're going to take some parsley and you're going to finely chop those as well. And remember, I say you wash them beforehand. So yeah, we're just going to chop those. And yes, fresh parsley is much better than, the little canned ones. The fresher the ingredients, the better it tastes. Trust me. So then next we're going to take a white onion. And I just peeled off like one of the many pieces that come with the onion because you don't really need much of this kind by you having the green one. So I'm just washing it off and then I'm going to just cut a few slices off of it and then just chop those. So now that you got all your vegetables chopped up nice and good, now you're going to have your pan warming up about mid temperature or whatever, and add like literally a teeny bit of oil because we're about to get ready to fry up the bacon. So you're going to start seeing me insert the bacon here, and please be careful when you do this because it will pop on you. So if you're not experienced with bacon, I don't know, you better get somebody to do it for you or whatever, because getting popped by bacon is not a joke, okay? So once you let your bacon sit for a little minute, it'll start to get darkened. I like mine a little crunchy, but you can just take it out when you're ready. So then next, you're gonna make sure you have a nice size pot, and you're gonna get 3 cups of chicken broth. So no water and all that. 3 cups of chicken broth. This is the chicken broth I use right here. So after your broth has come to a nice boil, don't let it boil for too long. You're going to add your grits. And I like to pre-wash my grits before I use them. I don't know why, it's just a habit. But yeah, so after you add your grits in, you're going to make sure you stir it really, really well. So that way, it won't be all lumpy, and so that it can be evenly distributed throughout the broth. Once you let your grits sit for about a couple minutes, it'll start to get a little thicker. So you want to go ahead and start adding some salt. I use about 1.5 teaspoons. Then you want to add some pepper. I use about 1/2 tablespoon. Then I just eyeball. I really just eyeball everything. But then I do like 2.5 teaspoons of butter, and I just stir that all together into it. You know, you can add as much or as less as you want, but I really just eyeball it. So then after you stir that together, you want to get your type of cheese. I like to use like a triple type because it just makes the flavor taste so much better. And I just do 2 big handfuls. So really, if you really want to be like on the number tip, you could just do 2 cups and you should be fine with that. So after that, you just do 1 cup at a time. So you do 1 cup, then you stir that in, and then you go back and you add the other cup and you stir that in. You don't want to add both cups at the same time. And after you put your second cup of cheese, you should start seeing like a really good consistency, kind of like sticking to the fork like toothpaste, if I want to, you know, like that's the best description I can give. So then after that, you just put the pot on low, put the lid on, and let it chill. And on this part, I swear I thought I was recording the whole time, but basically all I did was get a half a lemon. I squeezed a half a lemon inside. I used some Tony's Creole seasoning. I just sprinkled it across the top, probably like a teaspoonful. I used a lid size of the Worcestershire sauce, and then I added minced garlics in there also, and I just let that set for a minute. Then this is where I really started recording. So I flipped them over, and then I just did the same thing on the other side as far as the seasoning goes. And I just added a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I started adding the green onions and the parsley and the white onions inside, which you'll see that in a second. So after all of that, it's now time for the best part, which is plating and eating. Honestly, child, if I wasn't making a video, I would have just slapped everything on it and would have been getting ready to bash. But of course, you know, for a video, I gotta make it look a little, you know, razzle dazzled and have it all, you know, presentable and things. So this is my plate. So I like a lot of grits. So I, you know, gave myself a few little scoops or whatever. And then after I did that, I went ahead and started adding some shrimps. And after I added the shrimps, I went ahead and added the bacon on top of that. And then once I did that, I just, you know, dressed it up with a little bit of fresh parsley and a little bit of green onions on top of that. And then voila, a good, easy, comforting meal at night. Nothing too fancy. I promise it only took me about 25 minutes or so to really do this meal because it's so easy. You could be cooking everything at once. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna also have more things in store and more little cooking segments. So yeah, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. And by the way, this shit was so, oh, let me stop cursing. But by the way, it was so good, y'all. It was the bomb. Let me know how yours turned out in the comments too. Love yous.